age comes wisdom, and when you're in your 30s, you would have been just devastated and thinking this is the end of my life, and now you realise, I've done the best I could, and you learn to live with it, and you make a decision. And I think you came to grips with that decision probably in the car coming down the hill,
and then laying here.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you accept what you can't change. Really, there's just no way you would have been able to continue out there. We'd have been out there, it would have been a death march for a couple of days. And who knows, we might have ended up pulling the plug on it way on the heck and gone on the other side of Kilo.
And I didn't see any sense of doing 30 miles. If I couldn't do the whole thing,
then what was the point? Yeah.
But then the point became it's not even worth trying. So let's try to do something different.
What can we do to
accomplish the goal?
Right.
And that I'm still a part of it. And it's amazing that this group of people are really fired up now.
It took a little while. And it was establishing a plan literally on the fly. We were over there at the side of the swimming pool and kind of had a concept, and then we had to wake a couple up and kind of get them thinking, because they were so dead tired they couldn't even think. Their faces were pretty stunned, and then we kind of had to redirect some energy and kind of get back to the team concept again, because it was starting to unravel a little bit. And so I think we got the energy redirected and everybody focusing on what it was that needed to be done, and that was to go from the finish line back to the start line. And once we got that established and everybody said, yes, this is what we need to do, then it was just a matter of who was going to go out and start. And there were some people who were just sort of champing at the bit to get started, so we sent them up the hill to get them started. And then Mike and Laurie are resting because they've been out on the mountain all night, and I'm resting, and we're sort of trying to get things moving forward. And shortly here I'll get back into crew chief mode, which means we've got to get ice and we've got to start getting packed up, because we'll be checking out tonight who needs to do what to their feet. And somewhere in this I realise that somehow or other I'm now committed to running 25 miles, be that all together or in pieces. And what section of that do I see myself doing, having never ever anticipated that I would be out on this road in either nighttime or in the heat. So all of a sudden I'm having to put together a plan for myself, knowing that I have to go back to work on Monday, and explain myself to people on how we managed to make a complete change of plan, go with it, and get ourselves back to that.
Why did we have to change the plan? What happened?
What happened was, I think we all realized that you had reached your limit, and we were able to, everybody together knew that you'd reached your limit, and there was no point in endangering anybody's health, mainly yours, to do this. And one of the things that we've maintained right from the very get-go was that the first thing was safety, and then we had fun, and then you finish, and then you go fast. But the first thing absolutely is safety, and it wasn't safe for you to be out here in these conditions again. You've done what you can do, and the last thing we want to do is to jeopardize anybody's health, particularly yours. You can come back and do this again next year if you want.
No.
There you go. But you know what? We've learned a heck of a lot about maintaining somebody safely in these conditions, and it's measured progress. You have to give some thought to whether you let somebody rest, and it makes much more sense to let somebody rest for a few minutes or an hour or two, cool down, get some food on, and then we'll do the next section, and then you'll get a rest there. Because to go out and do this in one hit, there's probably only a few people can really successfully pull that off. But to think in terms of coming out doing the mountain and going back, you can only do it in stages. And that's just what we've learned in how to manage somebody under those conditions for that length of time.